Hey YouTube, KND here again, and I've got a new project to show you guys. This one is an L&L, or lock and load. I've wanted one of these for I don't even know how long, and I'm really happy to say that I got one now. I traded for this one, or actually I purchased this one, off of Zach the Mac at JSNO. He basically gave it away to me. It was $30 was his offer. And for any of you that don't know, lock and loads on eBay or through other sale threads on the forums can easily go for like $50. So I was really happy to get this for $30, although it did come in pretty bad condition when I got it. As you can tell from all the zip ties, there's 4 of them, here, 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 and here. I had to put the gun together with zip ties because this came without any screws. Basically, he gave it to me in a plastic bag with all the parts in it. It had the stock spring, the plunger head, well, the plunger itself, trigger and trigger spring and catch spring, and no screws. And half of a Papatachi style brass breech that he had been working on but never finished. And as you can see from the speed loader, I don't have the breech that he gave me with it. The main reason for that was because my darts don't work well with brass, so I really like CPVC, so I just use CPVC. So it is couplered, and then you might be wondering how come this is fitting in loosely, because this kind of looks like a coupler. This isn't the coupler. This is 3/4 inch CPVC, and it's kind of like a guide tube, as I call it. It just guides the breech all the way back into the back of the gun until the CPVC actually meets with the coupler, because the coupler is way back here inside the gun. You hear that hitting? That is the coupler, and then that's it fitting tightly into the coupler. So, yeah, I couplered it. I also replaced the spring. Like I said, it came with the stock spring, but I switched it out for an Eagle Eye spring, which is a little bit stronger. I switched the trigger spring out for a much heftier trigger spring, and also I added a spring onto the catch spring to make it a little bit stronger. The trigger spring is nice though, because it's so hefty. I'm not going to accidentally pull this if I grip the gun too tight, or if I'm running around with it, and it's not going to accidentally go off in my pants pocket or in whatever style holster that I make for it. So this isn't going to accidentally misfire, which is a good thing. What else? Other than that, I just put the gun back together with... Oh yeah, I also did foam backer out silencing. And the other mod that I forgot was in the front, right in front of the plunger head, inside the air chamber, I actually put an O-ring in there. It's an O-ring from a night finder. And that's in the front of the air chamber, so it kind of just muffles the impact of the plunger head hitting the front of the air chamber. So yeah, then I just put a little bit of orange electrical tape around the grip, just to add a little bit of grip to it. And personally, I like the way it looks too, because it kind of the orange from the grip matches the orange from the speed loader. I don't know, I like it. And then I added the keyring on the back. The last thing that I want to do with this mod, though, is I want to get a bungee on here. I think I might have a bungee in my garage that's small enough that I can use for this blaster, but if not, I'm just going to go buy one from a hardware store or wherever I can find it. But what's happening with the spring that I have in here right now, like I said, I replaced the original spring with a Eagle Eye spring, which is it's a very hefty spring. It's very nice for this size blaster, but in its full size, it wasn't able to compress all the way for the catch to engage, so I had to trim it down a little bit, which made it too short for the plunger stroke. So now the plunger stops here when it can actually go in another ½ an inch. And that last ½ an inch is really what when the skirt head plunger actually gets a really nice air seal. because the air chamber is kind of coned out. It's like bored out in the back, so it's a little bit larger in the back than it is in the front. So the skirt head plunger gets a better and better seal as it goes down the air chamber. So the last half inch of its plunger stroke, it has a really, really nice air seal. If I cover up the barrel and then push this in, it gets such a good air seal that it just pushes back out because it builds up pressure and there's no air release around it. So anyways, it has a good air seal at that spot, so it's crucial that the plunger head go in all the way to fire the dart out the barrel. The darts will still shoot, just they won't get as good of range. So most of the time when it's primed back and it fires, it'll fire and then it'll stop here instead of going in all the way because the spring is completely uncompressed at this spot. So that's what's going to be good about having a bungee. Is the bungee's going to pull it in all the way and keep it there. So it'll increase my range a little bit. So yeah, that's my lock and load, and those are all the mods that I've done to it so far. The last mod that I plan on doing, actually, that I forgot to mention, other than adding a bungee, is I'm probably going to do... I forget who on Nerf Haven did the lock and load write-up, but there's this guy who replaced the plunger rod of the lock and load with a Night Finder plunger rod, keeping the lock and load plunger head. So it still has the same air seal, the same plunger tube, but the plunger rod is a Night Finder plunger rod, and basically what that does is instead of using a key ring for a handle to pull back here, it's actually like a Night Finder. A Night Finder, what do they call it? Like a handle to pull back instead of using a keyring. Personally, I like that better. I think it'll look a lot nicer, and it'll just be better because I don't like how the keyring flops down like that. I have to keep grabbing it and pulling it up and then pulling it back. So yeah, those are the two mods that I'll still be doing to it that I haven't done yet. Other than that, this is my new main pistol. I really, really like this thing. I like its prestige, that it's, other than my Eagle Eye, which is over here, other than my Eagle Eye, this is my oldest gun. From 1997, and the Eagle Eye, let me see where it says, the Eagle Eye is 1994, so the Eagle Eye is the older of the two guns, but now I have another to add to my old collection, old/rare collection. Really upset that I painted this, because at the time that I painted this, I didn't know how rare it was. So I like to keep my older guns not having any paint jobs, just having their stock colors, just because it makes them look more stock, which is, I don't know, just because they're rare, you know. I feel like respecting the gun's rareness. So, call me weird if you want, whatever. But yeah, that's the lock and load. More to come on this. I really, really enjoy it. I will fire it for you real quick. The speed loader is actually pretty cool. It's the barrel. The length is 5 inches, and yeah, that's I guess it's not much different than any other speed loader, but okay. So let me fire it. It's pretty fast reload too, which is nice. So it fires pretty well right now. Once I get the bungee on it, it'll fire even a little bit better, and hopefully get even a little bit better range. I have not done a range test for this yet, but I'm hoping the range is going to be at about 50 feet. Hopefully about 55 once I get that bungee on it, and that'll be plenty range for me. It's a very comfortable gun, very accurate gun. Pretty nice rate of fire too. You know, so the reload rate is quite nice too. So yeah, okay, that's my lock and load, guys. I won't bore you any longer. I hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching. KNDoperative out.